Welcome. My name's Andrea, and welcome to this level 1 45-minute yoga class with Comeback Yoga. If you're new to Comeback Yoga, welcome. We love having you as part of our community. And if you weren't aware of it, Comeback Yoga is a nonprofit serving military communities where they're at. So we do offer these classes over YouTube, but we also have classes over Zoom and even in-person classes. So feel free to check those out too and see if any fit your schedule as well. And if you get a chance, you can introduce yourself in the chat. I'll do the same. And we'll get started here at the top of the hour. If I can type today. Yeah. Hola, you have. There we go. I typed. So as we get ready to go, why don't we go through what to expect for today's class? So we'll get started. Seated on the mat and take some moments to sit, to settle. Notice our bodies and our breathing. Then we'll transition to the more active part of the class where we'll start off with some warm up type movements and get a bit more active. And then we'll slow it down at the end, some slower movements, and finish with a 5 to 10 minute guided meditation. So, along the way, make the practice your own. Do any modifications or adjustments that you need. And if you need to take breaks, go ahead and do that. You can always come to sit on the mat or just pick your favorite pose and hang out there longer and rejoin class whenever you're ready. The class is recorded, so you can always come back and try it again. One last heads up, I do like to throw in a few silly jokes during class, kind of to loosen things up so we don't get so serious. I think that's it for announcements today. And we have a couple, well, I guess 1 more minute or so to spare, and we'll get started. And well, why don't we begin? We'll take our time setting up. So let's begin. So take whatever time you need to get comfortable, get yourself set up. Find a comfortable seat wherever you're practicing today. And then as you're ready, you can begin to feel yourself sitting. So feel that contact your body's making with the ground. Feeling how your feet, legs, and hips are touching the ground. And inviting the body to settle. Maybe get a little bit heavier. Feeling into that contact with the floor, through the feet, legs, and hips. And feeling how the floor touches back, providing support and supporting the body. Allowing your body to settle, feeling the weight of your body sitting, and the support from the ground underneath you. And as you begin to settle in, take a few moments to welcome in your surroundings. Welcoming your surroundings with your senses, sense of sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. Allowing any of those perceptions to come to you. No need to change or fix anything. Welcoming yourself and your surroundings just as they are. And as you're ready, you can allow your attention to wander throughout your body and begin to notice what's present for you today. Noticing any places of tension or tightness. Noticing any places of ease or places that feel softer or more open. Even noticing different temperatures. Maybe feeling the warmth where your hands are making contact with your body. Or feeling a cool touch of air upon the forehead or skin. Inviting the shoulders to soften and softening the chest and back, the belly and hips, arms and legs, even softening the neck and head. Inviting the whole body to soften, feeling yourself getting heavier as you sit on the ground. And feeling that support from the ground underneath you. And bring your attention to your breath and your breathing. And spend a few moments noticing yourself breathing. Noticing the flow of air coming and going. Noticing your own rhythm to your breathing. And as you notice your breath, see if you can extend or lengthen the exhale for a bit longer. So notice that inflow of air as you inhale, and then as you exhale, allowing that exhale to lengthen, maybe slowing that exhale down a little bit, and then taking a few more breaths like that, feeling that inflow of air as you inhale, and gently lengthening that exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And as you're ready, you can begin to move the body. Maybe roll out the shoulders. Gently tilt the head from one side to the other. You can even lower the chin down and allow the back of the neck to lengthen. Maybe exploring little movements with the chin to loosen up the neck and head. Whenever you're ready, you can extend those arms out and maybe roll the wrist or flex and point through the fingers. You can reach those arms over your head, maybe interlace the fingers and press the palms upwards. And if it feels good, you can lean from one side to the other. Gently you can shake out those arms, shoulders, and hands, and we'll transition to the more active part of the class. So let's review our movement directions. I'll be referring to this side as the plant side. We have this side as the door side. And we have towards the screen, towards the back wall, and up towards the ceiling, and down towards the ground. So to get started, let's warm up the upper body, so the chest and upper back. So you can stay seated. I'm going to turn to the side so you get the side view. Relax your hands on your thighs. You can begin to slide the hands back on the thighs. And as you do that, press the chest forward. Think of, think of opening up the chest and shoulders, keeping the back of the neck easy. Don't want to tense up through the neck or jaw. Inhale. And then as you exhale, slide the hands over the knees and press the back back. And here, think of curving the spine, softening the shoulders, and softening the back of the neck and head. Now we're going to move forward on the inhale and back to this position on the exhale 3 times. So as you're ready, inhale, move the chest forward, and exhale, move the back back. 2 more. Inhale, chest forward, exhale, back back. Last one. Inhale, chest forward, and exhale, back back. Stay like this for a few breaths, so feel free to explore little movements of the chin to loosen up the neck and head. And then as you're ready, come to sit up. I'll face you again. Let's warm up the arms and upper back a bit more with some arm swings. So extend the arms out, maybe reach them a little bit behind you, and then cross the arms in front of you. So swinging those arms back and forth, just gently warming up those shoulders, chest, and upper back. Just keeping the wrists and fingers loose. As you're ready, we'll do one more arm swings, but this time we'll rotate the torso along with it. So we'll begin the same way, extend the arms out, and then begin to rotate the torso from one side to the other, allowing the arms to follow along. Feel free to bend the elbows. Again, just loosening up. And as you're ready, you can relax those arms and hands. Let's do one more warm-up movement for the torso. We're going to rotate the torso towards the plant side. So we'll begin by facing forward. Inhale. And as you exhale, begin to rotate the torso towards the plant. You can place one hand on the floor and the outside of the thigh to help you rotate. Think of softening the chest and shoulders, even softening the jaw and cheeks. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And as you're ready, you can come to face forward and we'll do the same thing on the other side. So on an inhale, face forward. And on that exhale, you can begin to rotate the chest and torso towards the door. Use your hands to help you here. And as you press through the hands, you can soften the chest and shoulders, even softening down to the hips and legs, even checking in with the face and the jaw, softening the jaw and cheeks, and noticing your breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And I'll come to face forward and let's extend those legs and warm up the legs and feet. So you can begin by gently rocking the legs, loosening up. You can even massage the outside of the thighs or inside of the thighs too. And if you like, you can place the hands behind you and let's warm up those feet. So begin to flex and point through the toes. Even circle the feet. Can also shake out the hips and loosen up that lower back and legs. As you're ready, come back to sit up and give those legs a little bit more attention. You can even bend the knees and warm up the hamstrings if you like. And then we'll change things up after this. So I think we can use our first joke today. Here's a workout joke for you. It's been 6 months since I joined the gym and no progress. I'm going there in person tomorrow to see what's really going on. So there you go. First joke for today. As you're ready, you can bend those knees and let's come to this all fours, a quadruped looking position. Placing your hands and lower legs on the mat. And begin to warm up through the hands. So begin to shift your weight from one hand to the other. And if you like, you can begin to flex through the fingers. Taking your time and going back and forth as you like. And then when you're ready, let's extend one leg behind us towards the door. So place the toes on the mat. And now let's rotate the hips open towards the side or towards the screen. So think of lengthening through the side, even down the arm, and then down the leg and foot. You can relax the neck and head. And then as you're ready, relax that leg and extend the other leg behind you. Placing the toes on the mat and then rotating the hip open towards the back wall or the side. Think of lengthening all the way from the foot up the leg and side of the torso, down the arm to the fingertips. Relaxing the neck and head. And then as you're ready, relax that leg and let's go back to that first leg. So extend that first leg back. Place the toes on the mat and then press the heel back towards the door. Now warming up through the lower part of the leg, ankle and foot. You can stay like this or you can shift your weight forward and back a few times. Just loosening up those joints in the ankle and foot. And as you're ready, relax that leg and extend the other leg behind you, placing the toes on the mat and pressing the heel back towards the door. Warming up this leg, lower leg, ankle, and foot. Stay like this or shift your weight forward and back a few times. Just loosening up. And as you're ready, relax that leg. Let's warm up the hips and inner thighs a bit. So bring your knees wide, maybe even wider than the mat, relaxing your feet behind you. So the wider you have your knees, the more you might feel this on your inner thighs. So as you're ready, you can feel those hands resting on the mat and begin to soften the lower back, maybe shifting your gaze slightly forward. Inhale, and then exhale, shift the hips back towards the heels. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, shift the hips back. Let's do two more. Inhale, back up. Exhale, shift those hips back. And last one. Inhale, up. And then exhale, shift the hips back. And we'll stay like this for a few breaths. Feel free to lower down onto your forearms or even stacking the hands on top of each other and lowering the head to rest in the hands. Whatever is comfortable for you. Feel free to kind of shift your weight from one hip to the other. Whenever you're ready, you can just hang out and feel the weight of your body settling on the mat. Feel those points of contact with the floor through your hands, arms, legs, and feet. So feeling the weight of your body resting on the mat, supported by the ground underneath you. Feeling your body touching the ground and the ground touching back, providing support. And spend a few moments noticing your breath and breathing. And as we did in the beginning, see if you can extend or lengthen that exhale for a bit longer. Taking in an inhale, and as you exhale, slowing down that exhale, allowing it to lengthen, and taking a few more of these breaths with that longer exhale, allowing your body to soften as you exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. As you're ready, let's come back up to all fours. Take a few moments and shake out the legs. We'll come up to sitting and take a little break. Look around or just sit and settle. We don't want to get dizzy. And we'll come to downward facing dog next. So before we do that, why don't we share another joke? Here's an old procrastination joke for you. So procrastination is totally a good thing. You always have something to do tomorrow. Plus, you have nothing to do today. So there you go. Now let's come back to all fours, placing your hands and relaxing your feet behind you. As you're ready, tuck the toes. We're going to press through the hands and feet to lift up to downward facing dog. So begin by softening the lower back. You can gaze slightly forward. Inhale. Then press through the hands and feet. Exhale. Lift up and back to downward facing dog. Now find the distance you like between the hands and feet. And as you're ready, you can begin to warm up the legs. You can bend one knee and the other. You can also flex through the toes. Just taking some time to warm up through the legs and feet. And as you're ready, bringing your attention to your hands and fingers and feeling your hands and fingers resting on the mat. Now you can press through the hands and slide those hips further back towards the door. And then soften the chest and upper back, softening the neck and head. Now for this movement, we're going to press through the feet and lift the heels up towards the ceiling on an inhale and lower the heels back down on an exhale 3 times. So as you're ready, pressing through the toes, inhale, lift those heels up and exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift those heels up. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Inhale, lift those heels up. Exhale, lower. Now press through the hands and slide those hips back. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And then exhale. You can lower the knees to the mat. You can come to sit up. Maybe shake out the hands and wrists. Now we'll do some other movements for the legs. So let's come back to all fours. You can relax the feet behind you. Now we're going to move that 1 foot forward, maybe the one closest towards the screen, forward between the hands. So lift that foot up behind you and move it forward between the hands. And then walk the other foot back towards the door, coming to this low lunge position. I'll take a few moments here to loosen up in this low lunge. Feel free to shift your weight around or explore those little movements that help you to loosen up. And then as you're ready, bring the attention to that front foot. You're going to press through that front foot. So inhale. Then as you exhale, press through that front foot and extend the hips back towards the door. So we're extending that front leg, extending the hips back, and soften the chest and upper back, neck and head. Now we're going to move forward and back with the breath. So on the inhale, we're going to come back to that low lunge position. And then on the exhale, we'll press through that front foot and come back to this position. We'll do this 3 times. So as you're ready, begin to bend that front knee, shift the hips forward, back to the lunge. Inhale. Now press through that front foot. Exhale, extend the hips back. 2 more. Inhale, bend the front knee and shift the weight forward. Exhale, press to the front foot and shift the hips back. Last one. Inhale, bend the front knee and move those hips forward. Exhale, press to that front foot and extend the hips back. I will stay like this for a few breaths to stretch. Let's see if you can soften the upper back, to soften the shoulders, and softening the back of the neck, the head, softening the jaw and cheeks. And come back to noticing the breath and noticing yourself breathing. Feel that flow of air coming and going. And I invite you to extend that exhale as we've been doing today. Taking in a regular inhale. And as you exhale, slowing down that exhale. And taking a few easy breaths like that. We slowly extending that exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And as you're ready, you can begin to bend the front knee and come back to this lunge position. And we pause and stretch or loosen up here. And we'll switch sides. So to switch sides, you can extend the hips back and shake out that leg. Now let's get ready to move that other leg forward this time, the foot closest towards the back wall. So as you're ready, you can lift up that foot behind you and move it forward between the hands, and then moving the other foot back towards the door. So coming to this low lunge position on the other side, taking some time to explore a little movement to help you loosen up here. And then as you're ready, bring the attention to the front foot. Inhale. And as you exhale, pressing through the front foot and extending the hips back towards the door. Softening the upper body, the shoulders, neck, and head. Now we're going to move forward and back with the breath. So we're going to move forward back to the lunge on the inhale and press through that front foot and extend the hips back on the exhale 3 times. So as you're ready, begin to bend that front knee and move the hips forward. Inhale. Then press through the front foot. Exhale. Shift the hips back. 2 more. Inhale, bend that front knee and shift the hips forward. Press through that front foot. Exhale. Shift the hips back. 1 more. Bend that knee. Inhale. Shift the hips forward. Press through that front foot. Exhale. Shift the hips back and stay like this to stretch. Let's see if we can soften the back and chest. Softening the shoulders, left and right. Even softening around the neck, head and face. Softening the forehead, cheeks, jaw. Softening the whole face. And noticing your breath and breathing. See if you can find that flow and that rhythm to your breath. And if it feels good, you can lengthen or slow down that exhale, making the exhale a little bit longer. Taking in a regular inhale and slowing it down on the exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And as you're ready, you can begin to bend that front knee, maybe lift up that foot, shake it out behind you. We'll come to sit up for a moment, maybe roll the wrists or just take a moment to pause. We'll start to slow things down, make our way to laying down on the mat. So let's share one more joke. Why not? Here's a psychology joke for you. Why was Pablo's hair so soft? Because he conditioned it. Silly joke. Now let's come to lay our bellies on the mat. So begin to walk the hands forward towards the plant and walk the feet back towards the door and rest your belly on the mat. Bring your arms forward. Maybe rest your head on your hands. And take a few moments to settle in. Maybe shake out the hips and legs. Loosening up the lower back and legs. And feeling those points of contact with the ground. So noticing where your body's touching the ground. And noticing the ground touching back. Feeling that support from the ground underneath you. And noticing your breath coming and going. For this next movement, we'll stretch the upper back and upper body. So we'll come up to Sphinx pose. This is where you press the forearms onto the mat and lift the chest up. So we'll do it 2 times. So as you're ready, you can begin to place the forearms on the mat. Maybe walk the elbows in. And as you're ready, press the elbows to the mat, kind of lifting up the chest. And then bring attention to the back of the neck and find a position for your neck where you can feel your jaw relax. So we don't want to tighten the jaw as we do this movement. Now see if you can feel the lengthening in your spine all the way from your tailbone to your mid and upper back and even through the back of the neck. Press the elbows to the mat. Inhale. And then exhale. Lower back down. We'll take a mini break and do that pose one more time. Feel free to shake out the hips and legs. And whenever you're ready, coming back up. So placing the forearms on the mat. Walk the elbows in. Press through the elbows, lengthening the spine. Even opening up through the chest and shoulders. And then finding a position in the chin so that you can keep the jaw soft and relaxed. Now, if you like, you can turn the chin towards one shoulder and the other shoulder. So just taking your time, maybe even lowering the chin down. You can explore little movements with the chin to loosen up around the neck and head. And as you're ready, you can bring your gaze forward again. Press through the elbows. Inhale. And then exhale. Lower back down. Maybe shake out the hips. And now we're going to turn over to rest on our backs. So as you're ready, you can extend one arm in front of you and roll yourself over so your back is resting on the mat. You can keep the knees bent. Now let's walk the feet towards the outside of the mat, bringing the knees into the middle to touch. You can relax your hand on your belly or the floor, and just allowing the pelvis and lower back to settle. Notice your breath and your breathing. Feel that flow of air coming and going. And you can keep the legs as they are, or you can kind of walk the feet further out and begin to gently move the knees from one side to the other. Gently loosening up around the hips and lower back. And as you're ready, you can walk the feet closer to each other and then bring the knees into your chest and give yourself a nice big hug. Feel free to rock from one side to the other. Maybe doing these little movements with the knees or legs. Just loosening up. And then as you're ready, extending both feet up towards the ceiling. And spending a few moments, you can either shake out the thighs or rub the back of the legs. You can also flex and point through the toes. Maybe even circle the feet and loosen up those ankles. And now for this movement, we're going to bend the knees into the chest and an inhale and extend the legs back up towards the ceiling on an exhale. We'll do this 3 times. So as you're ready, bend the knees into the chest. Inhale. And exhale. Extend the legs up. Inhale. Bend the knees in. Exhale. Extend the legs up. One more. Inhale, bend the knees in. And exhale, extend the legs up. Stay like this for a few breaths. So see if you can soften the chest and shoulders. Maybe feel that lengthening between the shoulders. Maybe feeling the area on the upper chest and clavicles. Even feeling the shoulder blades and the upper back. And inviting the chest and back to soften. So you feel more of your back resting on the ground. Feeling all the way down to the hips and the pelvis. And feeling the weight of your body resting on the mat. Feeling the contact with the ground underneath you. And how the ground touches back, providing support. And allowing your body to soften and get heavier. As you feel the weight of your body resting on the ground, supported by the ground underneath you. And bring your attention to your breath and your breathing. And notice the flow of air coming and going. And as you watch the breath, see if you can lengthen that exhale. So taking in a regular inhale. And as you exhale, slowing down the exhale. Slowing down that out breath. And taking a few breaths like this. A regular inhale. And slowing down the exhale. And as you're ready, you can bend the knees and do any other movements that you like. And we'll transition to our guided meditation next. So taking your time, doing any other movements or stretches that you like. And then whenever you're ready, you can find your way to a comfortable position for you today. You can always keep the knees bent or even go back to extending the legs up. If you have a wall next to you, you can rest your feet up on the wall. Or you can even rest your legs all the way down to the ground. So taking whatever time you need to find that position that's just right for you today. And as you make yourself comfortable and settle in, spend a few moments noticing the contact with the ground, noticing the contact your body's making with the floor, all those surfaces around it, feeling your feet, your legs, your hips, torso, front and back, feeling the arms, left arm and right arm, all the way to the hands, left hand and right hand, feeling both arms and hands, feeling the upper back and the shoulder blades, left side of the upper back, right side of the upper back, feeling the whole upper back and chest, upper back, chest and shoulders, left side and right side, both sides, and feeling up towards your neck, front, back, and sides of the neck, then feeling upwards to your head, feeling the back of the head resting, the contact with the surface below it, feeling the top of the head, down the sides of the head, and down the front, along the face, softening the jaw, left side and right side of the jaw, softening the forehead, eyes and temples, left eye and right eye and temples, softening down into the cheeks and nose, left cheek and right cheek, and all the way to the mouth and lips, upper lip and lower lip, and softening down all the way to the chin, softening the whole face, softening the whole head, and softening the whole body, from the head down to the fingertips, down to the toes, softening the whole body on the mat and the floor, feeling the support from the surfaces around you. And as you move through life, through those ups and downs of life, those good times and more challenging times, Remember, you are enough. You are enough. You are enough. And as you're ready, you can begin to move your body. You can stretch out long or do any movement that you like. You can always come to rest on your side and stay laying down for as long as you like. Just feeling your body resting on the ground, feeling the support of the ground underneath you, and noticing your breath coming and going. Nothing to do, fix, or change. And then whenever you're ready, you can press back up to sitting. I'm going to scoot a little bit closer. And just taking a few moments as you come back to sitting to just look around, take in your surroundings. Notice your breathing, noticing yourself sitting, and taking these practices with you for whatever you have going on next during your day. Knowing you can always come back and pause to feel your body, your breath, even feeling that contact with those surfaces around you. I'd like to say thank you for being here today and for supporting us here at Comeback Yoga. We appreciate your support. If you'd like to make a donation, you can uh, do so through the link in the description and come back again. Love to have you as part of our community. I teach on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, so you can watch out for those links. I've not tried any of our other wonderful teachers and classes that we offer. Thank you, Ehab. And so until we see each other again, stay safe, be well, and keep laughing at some silly jokes. Why not? I'll see you soon.